Hi guys, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build video, and this video is going to be kinda into two parts. So the first part of the videos you're watching right now, I'm building the house a little speed up, and then the second part of the video we are going to furnish it together, if that makes any sense. So yeah, today we are building in Windenburg in the small lot 20 by 20, which is located on the crumbling isle. um yeah, so I thought that this lot is perfect for this building, since I was imagining maybe an elder sim or retired couple, or just a single retired sim living here, and potentially they will be into reading, or maybe a writer, and a sim that does basically a little bit of gardening on the side. As you can see a little bit later in the video, I did place some gardening items as well. Yeah, so this house, I'm not sure where did I got inspiration for, but I was wanted to build like a more cabinish vibe, or like a more like a vacational home. But since I recently built a vacation home, so I just decided to build a residential one instead. And I decided to go for this particular style, the A-frame cabin, and I did add a lot of the glass wallpapers, or the glass walls, from the base game. And so because I didn't want it to make it very cabinish looking, if that makes sense, and so I did include the glass walls and kind of make it a little bit more modern, um if I say so. The house itself, like the interior of the house, didn't really look modern. Like, I didn't end up looking very modern, but it does look quite cozy, and I don't know, I just really like this house. Like, I would definitely visit or stay in a cabin like this, um, if I ever find any in real life that it's close to me, or something that I can probably afford. Um, Anyways, I did wanted to use the columns, or like a more like a architectural detail in the front as well, like on the back side, as you saw, with the little balconies and the columns. But I instead ended up using the columns on the wall itself. Um, and I think it's kind of, so it's going to look a little bit more like a structural building instead of just a full glass floor to ceilings between both floors. And I think it looked a little bit more interesting and more detailed this way. So yeah, I just moved the house a little bit backwards to the lot, like all the way to the lot. And because I want to include a little, I wouldn't call it a lake since it's way too small, but like a little pond in front of the cabin. And yeah, so right now we are working on the second floor, which is going to be like a lofted bedroom area, and it's technically not a room, since I just use the roofs and the roof walls. But it's fully functional, and your sims can go up there and use the bedroom space. And as well, I include a little um writing area, like the little typing machine thing, and just a bed. And as I said, not much going on upstairs since there is not much space. But yeah, here I struggled a little bit with the ladder, I think. And yeah, the moment I placed it, and I finally managed to place it, I kind of regretted it, because as you can see later on, it's gonna be in the way for building the rest of the house, like the furnishing the house. So yeah, this is going to be the bathroom on the side as well. There's not particular room for the bathroom. I used the side of the roofing to kind of use the tiles for it. but it's again, it's fully functional and your Sims can use it. The only thing is, I must say, you have to use like to remove the walls completely so your Sims can, or to hide the walls completely so you can click on the items that are inside, or else the Sims can just walk in and use it by themselves. Yeah, so right now we are working on the, I think we're done with the house, like the structure of the house. So right now we are working on the little pond on the lake, if you will, and the landscaping of the house. And for the landscaping, I think everything on the landscaping I used from the live edit and debug menu from the get together pack, which I think, I'm not sure, but I think that this world also came with that pack. So I used all of the plants that you can see in the surrounding areas, and I kind of wanted it to match in with the rest of the house or this lot, and I didn't want it to make it completely different since it's kind of open island world. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well for like a for someone that doesn't really enjoy or likes doing landscaping. I think this one turned out pretty nice. As well, as you saw, I did use the tool modes to move the plants around, because for some reason they clip on top of the platform, so you can't really place them as you want. So I had to drag them with the tool modes and size them down. And anyway, so yeah, I did include, as I said in the beginning, the sim. It's probably gonna be into gardening as well, so I did include a couple of planters as well for the little gardening on the side. And yeah, I think we are almost done with the landscaping. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of the, as I said, the gardening part and a little bit of the terrain paint. Yeah, I also try to not overdo it because, as I said, I want the landscaping on this lot to match the outside, so I didn't really went crazy with the terrain paint. And I also try to kind of match the pathway from the lot to the stairs, like basically from the entrance of the building. You're gonna see it in a minute. So yeah, I kind of try to use this like a gravel, the beigey kind of, like from the left side that you can see it right now. So I kind of try to match that one all the way to the stairs, to the steps on the entrance. And I think it looked pretty nice. But yeah, I think we are done with the speed build part and the building of the house, and we are gonna be soon starting to furnishing the house. And yeah, you're gonna see me struggling a little bit with the furnishing as well. So yeah, I think a couple of more items in the ponds to make it look a little bit more realistic, I would say. But yeah, I did place the little fishing sign thingy, so your Sims, if they decide to be into fishing, they can fish in their own front yard, in their own lake or pond. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Yeah, and right now we are going to start furnishing the house. This cabin or house, whatever you want to call it, potentially is going to be for a single elder sim or like an elder couple that just retired and moved in here. And yeah, so it's going to be, the interior is going to be kind of cabinish, but also not like a too cabinish, so it's going to be a little bit more modern. And as well, as you see, I don't have a particular room for a bathroom, so I'm planning to use one of the, basically the right side of the roof piece. So we're just gonna put the wall, so it's fully functional, I believe. We're gonna test that later on, but it's fully functional, and it's going to be just a necessity like a toilet, sink, and a shower. And yeah, I will just place a door in here, and we'll see how will that go, and if it's actually going to work. But for now, we can start doing the kitchen. And do we want to go more cottagey? Actually, we have this one for the horse ranch, but as I said, I don't want to go extremely cabinish vibe in here, so we're going to try and modernize it a little bit. I don't know why I placed this stairs or ladder in the beginning on the video. Should have leave it for last, because now it's on the way. But it's still okay, I believe. It's still, you can still see. Do we wanna go black stove or a white one? Oh, the green one is fun. To have the matching green for the... Okay, that's too matchy. Let's keep the beige off-white or whatever this color is for now, and then later on we see we might change it. I do want to use the same cabinets. I do not know what pack this is. Something with the family, I guess. Do I use those? Do we want to use this one on the corner, or do we want to use the other side? Yeah, I think this is nice. I think we had like a pans and pots or whatnot, like so, but maybe not this rustic. I really need to start remembering things. Oh, this is cool. I really need to start remembering packs and items, like where they're coming from and which packs and whatnot, because I always end up spending like hours to... Do we want to put an alarm in the cabin? Fire alarm. Yeah, we do, why not? So for the cabinets, I'm not sure if the Sims can use the half cabinet for cooking, but I'm just gonna place some calato on this one, and I will leave this one empty because I'm not sure if the Sims can cook on this little cabinet in here. I also don't know what I want to do with the calato, or maybe we just use these two instead. This and a little bucket with a or jar, whatever it is, with the... Do we want to use this one? This is quite modern. That's a little bit too grandma. There was one with the kitchen clutter or whatever. Yeah, the kitchen clutter kit. Yeah, I think this is perfect for here, and then we can just place this one a little bit on this side. There we go. I think that should be all for the kitchen. I don't know if I want to place anything on this side. I really don't know if the Sims can cook in there, but maybe we can add this little item here. Yeah, I think that that's it for the kitchen for now. Yeah, that's okay. As I said, we're going to play test, well, I'm going to play test everything, or we can do it together, and check if everything is functional in the house. But first we're going to finish renovating everything, furnishing the entire house, and then I kind of like this a little bit greenish, with kind of reminds me of a woods. So, and this one, well, it's an island, but still kind of, it's a little bit woodish. Chairs, exactly. I wanted to say I would really want to use these chairs, but my mouse went straight to them, so we are going to use those. And I wanna add the little plants that came to garden to table or something, so we can, because as I said in the beginning, I do imagine they seem to be into gardening, or like a, just maybe for fun or for a hobby, doing some gardening. So maybe they just did these little plants in here. I don't know if they're growing them or they're just pure decorations, but they look nice, so we're going to keep them there. A little rug under the table, and how do we want to place the living room? Oh, what if we do, I know this is going to block the door, but then you have this one for an accent, so this one is just maybe pure decorational, or maybe not, maybe it is functional. I don't think it's going to be functional because of the couch, but we're going to still, I don't think it will be functional, but I do like this a little kind of cozy nook that your Sims can just sit down, chill, lay down, maybe watch the little lake or the ocean, whatever this is. Yeah, let's do that for now, and then we see later on. As I do remember, I placed a chimney outside, so I do wanna include a little fireplace. I wanted to say stove. I just don't know which one. Okay, maybe something that, thinking maybe something smaller. This is quite cool, but maybe if you do like a bigger modern cabin, not for this one. Maybe we use this one so we can place a TV above it, because it's also quite cool. And I believe I placed the chimney somewhere there. Yeah, okay, we do that for now. And do we want to place a TV? Right, but there's no other option. So, and again, it is Sims, so we're going to pretend that, or maybe I can place one of those TVs, because this is kind of flat to the wall, and maybe it's not gonna affect the oven, or will not catch on fire. I really like this one. It's a little bit more, well, I wouldn't say crafted, they just put the little paddles or whatever they're called on the lamp, but I think it looks nice, especially with the little lampshade that's like a kind of like a woods, or like a birds or whatever it has, you know. And now we are going to go a little bit heavier on the clutter. I'm going to place some plants, a lot of books, maybe a little smaller. So a lot of books, a lot of plants around the house. I think that's it. I'm just gonna try to find, there was like a side table made of books. if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. That was quite easy. The first time I look for something and I just find it so easy. Okay, so maybe a couple of those stacked books, and maybe we can just add this one to be a little bit more different, and then the rest, the other one your sims can use it to swap. Oh, actually, not your sims, maybe we can use it. Yeah, that actually looks so cute. Okay, let's try to fix this one. Oh, another thing, I wanna use the little stool that comes with business and hobbies. It also comes with a little green pattern on the top, so I think that's pretty cool. And maybe we can place some books on top of it. I think those are quite large and they kind of cover the entire but anyways, the board games, maybe those books can go in here, and maybe we can just do some magazines in here. Actually, let's move it to the side for now. And get some more books in here. Maybe we get rid of this one, and this one we can maybe place it on the coffee table. But for coffee table, I wanna use this tiny little side table, which I'm not sure if this is going to be. I mean, I'm sure the sims can go in and sit on the couch. I'm not sure if they can turn on the fireplace, but even better, so they don't catch on fire. Can we size down this TV a little bit? Yeah, I think that's much better. Yeah. Let's just place a door for the bathroom or potential bathroom. We will see if it's actually going to work. Normally it does work, but since I have just 2 tiles on the roof piece, maybe we just need to put everything on the side. But let's try if it's actually going to work. I think I'm gonna use this door. It's a little bit nicer than the base game one. So let's try that one and see. I wanna use these little paintings in here and potentially something else. Okay, maybe not the kitchen items. Maybe we can use that one. Any other small paintings like this one, so maybe we can create kind of like a gallery wall, or like just a small gallery wall. That's quite nice. I think that should be it. And I also want to put a hanging plant in the corner. Yeah, maybe just green. Size it down one time and just stick it in here in the corner. Yeah, I think that's pretty cute. Also, what kind of lights should we put in this? I think we're just gonna place one ceiling light since it's not massive space, and maybe we can just do like so, and it's gonna kinda lighten up the whole space. Yeah, that's pretty okay. I must say this space looks very cozy. I would definitely stay in this little cabin. Yeah, just a little bit to the side. Yeah, I must say I really like this little space. Can we move the lamp on this side? And I wanna try and find the little I don't know how they're called, the little iron thing is that you poke the fire in the fireplace. Okay guys, so we did find the item and it's called tools for fire or whatever. And I'm guessing it is tools, so we just gonna go with that and just use it in this game. Yeah, that's perfect. I really like this little space in here. Yeah, and I believe we are done with this space. I'm just gonna place a couple of more plants, and then we're going to move to another space. Maybe anything greener than that. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty okay. Should we go? Yeah, let's go upstairs and we leave the bottom for last. I do wanna use this bed. Just this is quite nice. That's very Christmassy and cabiny. Okay, we're gonna go with this watch, like the green metal frame and the stuff. For dresses, we can't go with anything high. I would love to use this one, but it's gonna come out of the roof. So maybe we can use a couple of those. Actually, no. Yeah, that's also tall. The adventure pack came with a little kinda rustic looking dresser. Maybe we can use that one. That's also quite cool. Does it have any normal color? Not really. Yeah, there we go. Maybe just come out a little bit. Oh, and literally place it through the roof. Since this sims is potentially to reading and writing, I'm going to place a little desk, even though technically you can place a laptop on the dining table and your sims can still use it. What if we play this one instead? I think that would be cooler instead of the... Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, let's use this one. Let's place a couple of lamps, maybe some of those. That's cute. I really like this little in the chair with the maybe just go a little darker with the J. I really like this little space. Some more books. Are they going to clip through the roof? Oh, no, they're fine. Okay, so maybe just change the color. And then do we want to place some more books on this side? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to place them like this because they don't really sit on the desk normally. Okay, I think that's cool. Maybe we can just place one of those book side tables next to the bed as well. Yeah, and your Sims can still walk through. And maybe we can place one of those on them as well. Oh, what if we use these ones? Can we place two next to each other? No. Okay, so one is still cool. I like that a lot. Let's just place a rock and then a bit down with this space as well. I kind of really want to use the same rock as downstairs, but let's try to find something else. I also kind of like this one. But no, not for this building. What if we use the whole surge? This is the only one that I kind of like, but do we like this? I actually think we like that. That's also quite nice. Okay, let's use this one. And the other swatch. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with this one. I do wanna place like just like a one chair in here, maybe one of those. Yes, maybe your Sims can just come and sit and admire the view. Yeah, I think that would be pretty much it. There's not much space anyway on that balcony to place anything. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Downstairs, everything done. Okay, the moment of show, is this bathroom going to actually fit in the building? I kind of want to use one of those so we don't really take much space through it. So maybe we use this one and a sink on, probably on this side, a sink, and then we can, I kind of wanted to place this one, it's a bit smaller. Okay, we go sink and then a toilet on the other side. Maybe we can use this one. Can we place a light maybe above the door? So this is, you see how it doesn't clip to the walls because it's a roof, so we kinda need to use the 9 and 0 keys to kinda move things around, and I think it will be the same when we're going to place the toilet roll or Yeah, so it's not gonna go up and down, but I think that's okay-ish. And can we fit a mirror? Oh, that's bad. Maybe a smaller mirror, because this one is clipping through the roof. Is this small? That's kinda too modern for this. I don't wanna use that one. That would be cool. Oh, what about this one? Oh, that's perfect. That's pretty cool. And let's just hope that the Sims can walk in, use the shower and the toilet in here. Okay, I think that's pretty much going to be it for. Can we just add a little towel maybe in here? Yeah. And outside I don't know if I wanna include the barbecue or not, but I do wanna include like a little sitting area, maybe a lounge chairs, a couple of lounge chairs, because I'm gonna use my favorite in the game. Do we wanna use two? Yeah. As I said, if it's going to be a couple, they probably wanna chill on this nice porch together. So we're gonna give them two lounge chairs, and that's cute. Do I wanna use these ones or do I wanna use the new ones? Oh, that's quite cute. These ones, I think I'm gonna use these ones and just place one on each side on the corners. Let's maybe just move them slightly so they don't look like they just been stuck in there. I also wanna use a couple of plants in here. Maybe, and this one can go on this side. Oops. And I think the Sims can still go through around, and maybe, and this one's on this side. And as well, I'm not sure if I'm going to add, or if I want to add like a table with chairs, like a normal dining table with chairs, or one of those benches. I definitely don't want to do this. Maybe we can do like a smaller table. Can we use some of those? Okay, now that's too a little too fancy. Okay, I don't really like that. Can we use one of those? Or one of those? Oh, that's quite nice. Let's go for... Are they... I think they're both from the Snow Escape, yeah. let's go with this one. It comes with a little fur cushion thingy. Maybe we can just do a little plant on it, like this one, and a little, do we want to use this one? Yeah, why not? And one of these. And I think that should be it. We have the trash bins, we have the mailbox. I'm not sure if this is deep enough for you Sims to swim, but I did place the little fishing sign, so maybe your Sims can, if they like fishing, maybe they can discover fish and just place them in the lake itself, and they can do fishing in their front yard. It would be cool if they can fish from there, like whoop. But yeah, anyways, that's all for this build, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do not forget to like, subscribe on my channel, and if you do want to download this build, it's going to be on the Sims Gallery under Richmond 3. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you only in the next one. Bye bye.